Hey Aries, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from April 19th through the 21st, 2024. This is for Aries. Last shuffle coming out here for Aries. Guys, excuse the noise in the background. I live in the country and my neighbors decided today was the day to cut down trees. And they live in the middle of a forest, basically. So, you might hear some stuff. Hopefully they are paying attention to where everything's falling, because I would really hate for it to ruin my day. But anyhow, we have great achievement and true love here. And so this is talking about a situation here where this is an event that they're concerning all of the energy around, where you may want to speak out against how much work they're putting on you. So they're kind of throwing out here that you love yourself and you love other people, and that you wouldn't put this on you wouldn't cause someone to have to do so much yourself, like you wouldn't put that on other people, so why are they doing that to you? That much is very much so clear. All right, so here's the deal. Ooh. It looks like you want to walk away from a situation. Page of Pentacles over the whole reading may say that you are in a place where maybe you're training. Some of you may be training for something. Some of you may be a student. Some of you may feel like the amount of pressure that others are putting on you is not right or not fair. It looks like you may be speaking out against it and saying, like one thing is for sure, you've risen to the challenge. It's not saying that you did not succeed. It's just saying that the amount of pressure a person is putting on you is just unjust. And you may be talking about that. Knight of Swords, Ten of Wands, Hanged Man, and Star is the energy of telling someone, speaking and being honest about, like, there's other things that I could be doing, that you're putting too much on me. And it does look like that. Like the situation is like, oh, Aries is, because you are the best, right? There's that energy of because you are the best, because you make things happen. We're going to give all this responsibility to Aries. And you might be like, no, you're not. No, you're not. I think that it's best for me to walk away, and anybody else who's in this situation should walk away as well. Like, because I wouldn't do this to you. So it's almost like you're confused. There's an energy of confusion. Like, if you care about somebody or you think someone's so great, why is it that I'm being punished by getting more responsibility? So for some of you, Spirit wants you to understand why you're being given so much responsibility. This is part of the reason why a lot of gifted people feel like underachievers. There's a lot of gifted people walking around. I meet a lot. I mean, majority of the people that I work with or deal with at all are very gifted, right? And the amount of pressure that is placed on these people, it's like, yes, you may create diamonds under this amount of pressure, but some of the, but think about the quality of the diamond afterwards because of how much pressure you're put under. They're telling you here that this is the reason why people are making you do all the work. It's because you're the best at it. But that's not fair. Raise or train other people to be able to do the same amount of work as me, or at least train them to do parts of it. At least delegate some of the responsibility. Maybe they can't run the entire kitchen, but maybe they can wash some dishes. Like, come on. And it may be that someone is putting everything on you, and you're saying, if this was anybody else, I would say walk away. I wouldn't even do this to someone. I would expect them to walk away. So there's something about that going on. Status quo is Judgment in the Tower. This is a cycle they're talking about where you are saying that every time you look, like at first maybe you were down for it. At first you may have been in it and you're like, well, that's just them's the breaks, that's life. But then you may look at it and go, anybody else would freaking take a second look at this and perhaps walk away. Like if you walk away and then you revisit the whole scenario, you would still walk away. Like that, still be the consensus. But they're talking Judgment a lot of times. It's talking about a cycle that we're going through here, which is the retrograde, Mercury retrograde energy here, right? They're talking a lot about how you have a sudden epiphany about the amount of pressure on your shoulders, and how if you look at it differently, rather than walk away. Because if you know anything about Mercury retrogrades, if you walk away during this time, you may be forced to face judgment, which means revisit it and take a second look, or take another stab at it. You would there's somehow, some way it would circumvent, like you would have to come back to it. And so the status quo energy is like, you're going to have clarity, a moment of clarity, and to look at things differently. First, give it like turn your situation around and around like a Rubik's cube to get a different perspective on what it is that you're dealing with. Vast universe is talking about the Six of Pentacles and the moon. The vast universe is saying that you are, it's like what you put in, or whatever you contribute to a situation, you get rewards for, but it's not the way you think. It won't be like, oh, the more work I do, the more I get paid. It might be more like, the more work I do, the more of a perfection, right? Practice makes perfect. So this may be the energy Spirit wants you to look at this as, like, practice makes perfect. Like, I would say, like if you grew up in a hoarder home, someone who hoards a lot, and the home is just always overbearingly messy, you would learn from this perspective. Spirit's like, you can't leave the house now. If you leave the house, you're going to end up having to move back in. Like, say you grew up with your parents or something. If you leave your parents' home, go to another, buy another place or rent, you will end up having to come back, especially if you leave now. So they're saying that take this as a learning experience, because what you will end up being able to do is you will be able to multitask like a beast. Everybody would be like, I could never get this done. And you're like, it's simple. I have a system because I grew up this way. You know what I mean? Or like, it would prepare you for a large family, or prepare you for a job where you have a lot of responsibility, or it will prepare you to own your own business or something here. They're telling you to use this, or to look at this from a different angle, whatever you're dealing with, because it seems like someone is heaping so much crap on you. I feel like this is one Aries out here. This feels so super specific. But for any of you that are actually being done this way, like you have extra responsibilities that you shouldn't have or anything like that, know that it's because of how capable you are and how much they believe in you. It has nothing to do with let me take advantage of Aries. I don't see a taking advantage energy at all. I see Aries can handle it, and it needs to get done, and no one else knows how to do it. And it's like, almost like you're the only one that stands out, that knows everything, and no one else knows. You know what I mean? So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer very strongly. We also have Libra and Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. So you could be a Pisces Aries cusp. You could be an Aries Taurus cusp. We have Aquarius, Pisces, and Libra, Scorpio, Virgo, Libra, and Gemini, Cancer. And if you're not dealing with these signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.